Today our Uncle Mike finished his morning work, then came to a lawn, planning to rest here for a bit. He stretched too hard, and immediately felt extremely hungry. So Uncle Mike grabbed his laptop bag and hurried off, looking for a restaurant. But what should he eat? It was clearly a main road, yet there wasn't a single restaurant in sight. Only a coffee shop that served lunch. Looks like he'd have to head to the station. But his empty stomach was now reaching its limit. Fortunately, there seemed to be an Indonesian place across the street, and the sign at the entrance even had fried rice on it. Well, he definitely had to try this place today. Cautiously stepping inside, Uncle Mike glanced at what other tables were ordering, while admiring the decorations in the restaurant. When the server told him the menus were on both walls, he stood right up, and began enjoying this exotic ordering experience. Though he recognized the English words, he had no idea what the dishes actually were. So Uncle Mike had to call over the owner, asking questions while ordering, then returned to his seat feeling reassured to wait for his food. Indonesian iced tea, a substitute for oolong tea, tasted ice cold and refreshing, and you could adjust the sweetness yourself. Perfect for a hot summer day indeed. And while Uncle Mike was slowly savoring his tea, his beef tripe was already in the wok. The fried rice was also dancing in the pan. In no time at all, everything was ready and brought to his table. Beef tripe soup, a traditional Indonesian delicacy, tasted fresh and flavorful, with a hint of subtle curry flavor. Very complex and layered. Indonesian fried rice, each grain distinct, golden and glistening, topped with a soft-boiled egg. One bite revealed a subtle fragrance and gentle sweetness, a completely opposite texture from Chinese-style fried rice. So Uncle Mike grabbed the hot sauce on the table and squirted it on top, instantly feeling the sweet spicy bold flavor suited him better. Then he also squeezed the lemon that came with the tripe soup into it. Sour, spicy, salty, and sweet he ate with great joy. In no time at all, the fried rice and tripe were all in his stomach. Then while the owner was serving dishes, he added an order of mushroom chicken noodles, rendang beef, one of the widely popular traditional Padang specialties, made by slow cooking with various spices over low heat. Taking a big bite, the tender beef fell into shreds, the flavors of multiple spices spread through his mouth. Truly a dish that makes you smile involuntarily. Mushroom chicken noodles. The complimentary chicken broth could be used as a dipping sauce, or poured over the noodles. In the mouth it was subtly savory and slightly sweet, kind of like a fresh mushroom chicken version of dry mixed noodles. Dipping it in the broth made it even smoother. So Uncle Mike directly poured the chicken broth into the noodle bowl, turning the mixed noodles into soup noodles. Soon he finished the noodles and drank up the soup. Finally, he didn't forget to gulp down the iced tea, before getting up to pay the bill. Afterwards, Uncle Mike patted his stuffed belly, and left with great satisfaction, looking forward to Uncle Mike's next visit.